Welcome back. In a study published in the journal Neurology revealed that processed red meat is linked to a higher risk of dementia. So, for those looking to incorporate more plant-based alternatives into their diet, some veggie swaps could be on the table.
So here with some easy ways to add more plants into your dish is vegan chef and creator Lauren Toyota. Welcome back.
Yes, so nice to be here. Thank you.
Good. All right, so Lauren, before we dive into all of this delicious food, all right, so if we're thinking about vegan swaps, what should we keep in mind?
Well, I think we all are very habitual with how we eat. We go to the same places in the grocery store and we buy the same things all the time. And you're actually missing out on so many unique, interesting ingredients in the produce section, but also elsewhere in the grocery store. So I always say, like, try one thing a week. Like, try a new thing, find a recipe to how you could transform that vegetable. That's what I'm gonna show you how to do today.
Okay, so you've brought some dishes here where you've made some plant-based swaps, and Andrea and I are tasked with guessing what that hidden ingredient is that gives it that extra plant-powered punch.
Yes, I hope you're hungry.
We are.
We're always hungry.
Okay, so we're gonna start with a breakfast staple, which is waffles. So let's see if we can guess what they are made out
give
of.
those a taste.
Okay,
It's
so
got-
we're diving in.
I'll tell you, it has a little bit of a spicy sriracha maple syrup on it. It's a savory waffle. Normally waffles...
a savory waffle.
Yeah, because waffles typically have eggs and buttermilk in them.
Okay.
So what do you think these are made of?
Guess what's in this?
Is this
Just what it's made of.
Is it a chickpea flour?
No?
Not
it-
chickpea.
Good guess.
Cauliflower?
No, even more basic than that.
More basic than
Okay,
that.
ready?
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Now I taste it. Now I taste
You're
it.
just saying that, Cynthia.
No, I do. I do taste it now.
They get crispy just like a a hash brown or a French fry. There's no flour. They're flourless. It's just mashed potatoes that I've
Fascinating.
seasoned with garlic and plant-based butter and onions and put some avocado and spicy maple syrup on top.
This is delicious
Thank you.
and very unexpected because it's a savory waffle.
Yeah.
Could you make this sweet if you wanted to? And how do you do that?
You could do a sweet potato waffle.
Oh.
But I wouldn't necessarily mix like mashed potatoes with chocolate or hazelnut. I don't know. I guess you could. I don't think that really goes. I
Well,
would say
sweet potato though, like that
I
would
like
be
that.
good.
sweet
Yeah,
potato with again maple,
some maple
syrup.
syrup.
So it's
Okay.
kind of sweet and savory.
Oh
I
my
love
goodness.
that.
Okay.
All right, so next you've got an on-the-go lunch sandwich here that we need to try and guess the secret veggie that you've made it with. So, all right, Lauren.
Okay, it's a big
what is
sandwich
this?
on lovely sourdough.
Okay, there's a secret ingredient in here.
Have you ever seen such a beautiful veggie sandwich? I mean, often if you go to get a sandwich, they're just like, here's some lettuce, tomato, and cucumber and hummus. No, we've gone...
Can you guess?
I feel like you've got some bits and pieces of
There's a lot of stuff in here.
random, like the
Okay, but what's the like the main
it's
filling
the
there?
topping on a carrot.
Carrot tops?
No.
No, but you guys...
It's cabbage.
No.
It's Brussels sprouts.
It's something. It's at the tip of my tongue, but I can't place it. What?
Give us a letter.
Coriander.
I don't know.
There is some, maybe cilantro in there. Okay, I don't even know what, a hint? I don't know. It's, okay.
Well, then reveal it.
I would have
Edamame.
never ever guessed that.
I was way off.
You
we
can buy,
suck at this.
You can buy shelled edamame. This is in the shell. But you can buy de-shelled in the frozen section. You just soak it in some water and run it through a food processor. So it's an edamame mash sandwich. And then I've treated it kind of like you would tuna
brilliant.
salad by adding crunchy things and herbs and seasonings in there.
And that's really good because it packs a punch of protein.
Lots of
right?
protein, good clean
Could
protein.
you use
Really
this
good.
mash as a dip, or are there
For
other
sure.
ways to utilize
yeah,
this?
dip your chips in it. Like, it doesn't have to be on a sandwich.
Okay.
But I just kind of wanted to make it like it was a swap for tuna.
Okay.
You could also just put it as a topping on pasta, like pasta salad, or on just a regular salad.
I'm going back in because it's really good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going from lunch to dinner, and this particular dinner option, you've snuck in some veggies into this Alfredo sauce.
Yes, this is an Alfredo sauced penne, very creamy, delicious. So take a bite.
So normally, what's in a normal
An Alfredo is like pure heavy cream, laden with dairy. A lot of people are lactose intolerant. It leaves you feeling heavy and weighed down.
Okay.
This is a vegetable.
I can't tell.
I really can't tell
They chose
the
the wrong
difference.
people to do this. I
I've
can't
blended
tell.
the vegetable with seasonings and garlic, salt and pepper.
Is it
cauliflower.
cashews?
Good guess because
Nuts? Walnuts?
no, it's a vegetable. It's a vegetable, not a nut.
Okay, then it's cauliflower.
Ta-da! You win!
You just keep guessing cauliflower and eventually
So I just keep saying cauliflower. I knew I was gonna be
so
right.
people never know what to do with this. Maybe they roast it. I have roasted it, and I've actually taken some of the roasted florets and blended them with a little bit of tahini, garlic, non-dairy milk, nutritional yeast, lemon juice, and then I like to put some of the roasted on top, so you know what it is then. And it's a roasted cauliflower Alfredo.
This is delicious. Are there any other vegetables you could use as a sauce?
You could. So I actually make a cheese sauce very similar to this with potatoes and carrots, so it's orange like a queso, or you could actually blend zucchini into a cream sauce as well. I have a sauce like that on my blog as well.
This is amazing. All right, so
you're gonna die over the dessert.
We have a sweet treat. All right, and you brought us a vegan chocolate mousse. So this time we have to taste it and guess. First, let me swallow what I've been eating.
Ooh, chocolate mousse.
Oh, it's a little like a...
So it's airy and light. It's got...
Come on, Cynthia.
It does have coconut whipped cream on the top, but what...
Avocado.
Vegetable... What's a good guess?
No, I got it. Cauliflower. No?
No cauliflower, although I probably could do that if you challenged me.
All right. Got another one? It's a vegetable.
It's a nut.
Well, it's
an
It's
almond.
not a nut. No,
not a
it
nut?
is a vegetable.
All right, show us. We are terrible. We failed
It's a combo of things. We're going back to soy. So it does have tofu. It is a vegetable.
way!
It's a beef. And
No.
chickpeas. But the chickpeas, I didn't blend the chickpeas. You would put these, make a chickpea mash, throw it on a salad. I actually took the brine that the chickpeas come in the can, and it whips to a meringue consistency, like egg white. So I fold that chickpea egg white mixture into the tofu and chocolate.
Okay.
And then
This is
chill
incredible.
And that's usually called, people call it aquafaba.
Aquafaba,
So
correct.
don't throw out your chickpea water.
No.
You can make this.
Oh, you mean the gross stuff in the can?
It's not
Keep
gross,
it?
so it's just
So
water.
I mean the stuff in the can?
It's
Sorry.
water and salt, and like the stuff from the chickpeas creates what is exactly like egg whites in terms of its
that
consistency.
what the whipped cream is on top?
No, the whipped cream is actually like canned coconut whipped cream.
Okay.
It's the pudding itself has the aquafaba folded into
So
it.
this is chickpea can
It's gonna
water.
change your life, guys.
Gotcha.
Chickpea can water,
Love it.
aquafaba.
All right, Lauren, this was so tasty. Thank you so much. Great job. Well, people tend to think of Korean food as being meat and seafood driven, but you might be surprised to find out that many dishes are actually vegan.
Here to share some of his favorite plant-based recipes is the one and only Chef Sang Kim.
Hi, thank you very much, ladies.
We
Thank you for
love
me.
having you on the show, not just because you feed us, but today, can you start off by telling us a bit about the history of vegan food in Korean culture?
You know what? Every time you ask somebody Korean food, there's three things that come to mind. KFC, Korean fried chicken, right?
Right.
Pork bone soup, and of course, Korean barbecue, right? But what a lot of people don't know is that Korean culture has always been historically a Buddhist culture. And so what you had over many, many centuries is, nuns and monks that adhered very, very closely to veganism. And then, of course, with the popularity of temple food recently, what you had is, the ordinary people like me who really, really went to it and said, can you actually make things like mushroom taste like meat?
Yeah,
right?
It's a big question.
So, so that's basically what the history of veganism in Korean is. Still alive. Very
Still
much.
alive.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna try some traditional vegan dishes that you prepared for us. And we're gonna start with mushrooms, and you're gonna get us working in the kitchen. So let's get started. What should we do first?
Okay, first of all, let's turn on our grill. So
How do we do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
Turn
got
it over, right?
Like a medium heat, you think?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I have
the
fire.
butane, yours is fine.
Okay. Take the mushroom?
Yeah, so I want you guys to take the mushroom. I've already cut them,
Thank
right?
you.
And what I've done is I've cut them into about 1/2-inch slices, right?
Gotcha.
It's gonna get it pretty meaty. What I want you to do is dip it into the marinade.
Okay.
Okay.
Flip it over, right?
Okay, dipping.
And then let's add it to the grill. And let's put a few of them on. In fact, let's put all of them on.
All of them?
Okay.
Okay.
And these are king oyster mushrooms?
King oyster mushrooms, they're also called king mushrooms, they're also called trumpet mushrooms.
So are these the only mushrooms that kind of have that meaty taste when you cook them, or any mushroom can have this?
This one in particular.
Okay.
This one is beautiful, and it's really interesting because, you know what, I wish the entire audience can try it. Maybe they can try yours, Jess.
Yeah,
But
I'm happy to share.
But it's because this one, with this marinade, particularly tastes like beef.
Well,
It
tell
tastes
us
like
about
beef.
the marinade. What's in it?
So the marinade is just your classic kalbi marinade, right? Kalbi, of course, is short rib, short rib cuts of beef, and what it is, of course, is made with a soy sauce base, It's got sesame in it, of course, onions and garlic and all kinds of other goodies. But the most important part is this.
What is that?
This is Asian pear.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are delicious. I've
Yes,
had those
very,
before.
very crunchy, but
Yeah.
also so juicy.
Yeah.
Natural tenderizer and natural sweetener. So this is the key ingredient in my mind when it comes to making the marinade.
And how long should you cook these mushrooms for? Because mine are sizzling. Maybe I have too much sauce on them?
No, I think mine are sizzling too very, very quickly, as they shouldn't be so quickly, but this is a great grill. So
This is a very fast grill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this should be on a lower heat, perhaps?
Yeah.
And cook a little slower?
Mine's,
know-
so I'm gonna flip mine.
yeah, let's do that. Why don't we flip?
And I want to know about the different ways we can serve these.
Okay, but before we do that,
Yeah.
Jess, let's add some of the other things that I think should go with it, okay?
Oh, we're gonna add more stuff to the grill. Okay.
So there's green onion and there's white onion.
Okay.
So put all of those in
Yeah,
there?
let's throw those on there as well.
Anywhere on the grill?
Sure.
Anywhere we can find room?
Anywhere where there's heat.
Okay.
My inability to cook on camera is gonna show up today, boy. Listen, look at this. Do not judge me. I'm just
No,
throwing
your
things everywhere.
arrangement is beautiful. Like,
Is
look,
it?
look at her. She's making like a stir fry over here. But yours is very pretty.
Thank you very much, Chef. I don't feel so bad anymore. Okay, we're also putting we're putting all those
Okay,
onions.
so yeah, so all we're gonna do with the onions is just char them, okay?
Okay.
So just turn them over,
Yep. So I can start turning these
char them,
over.
and I'm gonna turn off the heat because it is hot.
Listen, I didn't want to say anything, but it is hot in here.
It's hot. So, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a wrap.
Okay.
Koreans love wraps, okay? And
Can I turn off this burner?
yeah, why don't we do that?
I want to get mine a little crispier. But no, I'll turn it off. I'll turn it off.
So turn
Okay.
yours off as well, because if the butane explodes, it's not my fault. Okay, so now, what I want you to do is let's take a piece of one of the mushrooms.
Okay. I'm gonna take this one.
Place it on top of the perilla leaf, because we're using a perilla leaf wrap.
Okay.
Take a small white onion and a small green onion,
Okay.
Okay.
and then
Ooh, this is hot.
it is hot.
This is hot, honey.
Why is everything so hot? So
Okay.
and then eat it.
And you just fold it
roll
up and
that
eat
up
it?
and eat it?
Okay, wait. Can we?
Oh my gosh.
Can I blow on it a little?
Oh God.
This is not pretty. Do not put the camera on me.
Off from me.
But can you taste that meatiness in
It
it?
is so good.
Yeah, it's very
You
good.
guys, it tastes like meat. The texture is incredible. That's wonderful.
That's really good. My mouth is full.
Oh yeah, of course. My mouth is full too. Wow. Next, you've made us rice noodles in a soybean broth. Tell us about this one.
Okay, so this is a classic summer dish, okay? And what it is it's somen noodles, right? It's very, very thin, like vermicelli, right? And what you have is chilled soybean broth, right? And the chilled soybean broth, I could tell you how to make it.
Please do.
Yeah, how do you make it with
So
the
this is
soybean?
how grandmothers used to make it. I'm not sure that's the way kids this generation do it anymore.
Okay.
But what it is you take soybean, right? And what you're doing is you're putting it in water, putting it in the fridge overnight, right? And then finally you're dumping it draining the water, putting it in boiling water, cooking it up. Very important that you don't cook it for more than 3 or 4 minutes, because then
Okay.
it turns really, really mushy, right? Bath water, cold bath water, then what you want to do is you want to just take the skin off, peel the skin off the soybean, right? Then you want to puree it with pine nuts and sesame seeds, right? And then add water according to how watery you like your soup. And then you cook your noodles, and then of course you add it to it. Today, that's not what kids do, of course.
Okay.
Right? They go to
kids do
they
today?
go to your grocery store and buy organic soy milk,
Right.
And then pretend that they made it.
But
They pretend.
They
Okay.
pretend
this
really
is
well.
such a delicate, beautiful flavor.
Yeah, try it.
It's really
No, I already had
lovely.
some of that, but I want to move on to the next one because
Yeah.
it looks really delicious. Scallion pancakes. Tell us about this one.
So pajeon, pa means green onion.
Okay.
And then jeon means pancake.
Pajeon.
Okay. And Koreans, we don't eat pancake like the way everyone else does, right?
Okay.
So none of that syrupy, like artificial. No.
It's more savory.
So yeah. So what it is, it's a savory pancake, and this is a classic street food. So basically, what you have is
Sounds good.
You have APF. Right, with corn flour or cornstarch, right? You're making a batter out of it, but you want to make sure that the batter is pretty runny because you're using vegetables and the vegetables cook very, very quickly, right? And you want it very thin. Add the green onions. Here, I've also put a little bit of red and yellow pepper and some carrots.
Delicious.
3 minutes one side, flip it over, 3 minutes on the other side, and you have...
That couldn't be easier, but
That's
what
so
about this dipping sauce? It's delightful.
It's just very, very simple soy, sesame, right? A touch of Korean chili pepper called gochugaru, and you have your dipping sauce.
Saying, I feel like we could truly make all of these at home and feel really good while we do it. Thank you so much, as usual. It's wonderful. So, viewers at home, get your phones out and scan the QR code on your screens to get the recipes right in the palm of your hand.
Our next guest is a chef so talented, he just spent a year as the personal chef to our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau.
He's here to highlight Cambodian cuisine with some of his favorite plant-based recipes. Just in time for Earth Day, please welcome the chef behind Vancouver's vegan restaurant Nightshade, Shanti Yan.
Welcome to the show.
So happy to be here.
Oh, we're going to dig into all of this, and you're going to teach us all that we want to learn about this. But before we begin, tell us a little bit about vegan Cambodian food.
Well, Cambodian cuisine is just so regional, and it dates back to centuries past, where we celebrate religious ceremonies, culture, and whatnot. And 90% of Cambodian people are Buddhist, and some of the practices are to do no harm, which applies to animals as well.
I love that. I understand also that your grandmother played a really pivotal role in your passion for cooking. Can you tell us a little bit how she influenced your career?
Yes, when my family came from Cambodia as refugees, we settled in Windsor, Ontario. And there, my grandmother armed me with mortar and pestle, and I couldn't stop since then.
Oh, so adorable.
Okay, so
Oh my God, that's
we love to eat, so let's get to this beautiful
Yes,
spread. Starting with the
yes.
dumplings, tell us how you make them.
So these dumplings are filled with, they're normally made with shrimp and chicken, but today I've prepared it with mung beans and cashews. So dig in there. There's a beautiful turmeric crepe in there and some edible flowers, because Cambodian cuisine, we love beautiful food, fragrant foods.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Oh, man.
This tastes like Filipino spring rolls. There's a lot of flavoring. This is beautiful.
The mung
Nostalgic
bean,
Southeast
too.
Asian flavors with a textural experience as well. The cashews, the flowers, the fragrance, the herbs.
So good.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
So it's so easy to make too.
We want to eat some more, so I'm going to ask you this question. What was it like working with the Prime Minister in the kitchen? What was that like for you?
Oh my gosh, it's a once in a lifetime experience, and the story is like kind of full circle as well. Pierre Trudeau welcomed a lot of Southeast Asian refugees, including my family, in order to have a better life and to truly live the Canadian dream, and to be able to, once I got the call, and to be able to cook for the Prime Minister, his kids as well, it's just it's a fulfilling experience.
So how did it go the first time you cooked for the Trudeau family? Were you nervous?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yes, I was so nervous. I was brought into the kitchen and I didn't know where anything was, so I raided everything.
pantry?
The pantry,
Just
the
like,
cabinets, the fridge, took everything out, and I felt like I was on being taped on one of those black box competitions on the Food Network. So just put everything out, and I didn't know what I was gonna cook. But by the time I started cooking, I just made him something that I would love to eat on a stressful day, which was a bowl of noodles.
Can't go wrong.
nice.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
And I made a portion for myself. So.
Good for you. Let's get back to the food. I want to know about these pancakes. I understand that they're from leftover rice.
Yes, it's such a fun way to use your leftover rice, because we always have a little bit left in the little corner of our fridge. So we're essentially making a focaccia dough and incorporating our cooked rice. So the yeast kind of breaks down the grains of the rice over time, and it's a little bouncy like banek and gives it that chew, kind of like tteokbokki. But this is just a little twist on a Cambodian classic called num pang chien.
It does remind me a little of tteokbokki.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the sauce?
The sauce,
The
yes.
sauce is a black bean, and I used a little bit of vegan nyuk cham,
Delicious.
which is made with mushrooms.
I mean, the sesame, there's sesame seeds. Is it sesame?
Yes, toasted sesame seeds for that
Beautiful.
smoky, unctuous, kind of like really insatiated notes.
It's beautiful. Okay, we have another dish to get to really, really quickly.
Yes.
It is a cross that you call between a gazpacho and a ceviche. So what do you call it, and what is it?
I'm so excited to give you this dish. It's called krao chnang, which in Khmer means out of the pot. And it's a type of soup well, soup and a salad, like most Asian cuisines, like pho and whatnot. You have usually a bouquet of salad.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take this carafe of soup made with lime juice, lemongrass, and ginger. All of those things that are healthy for you, like a tincture. You know?
Okay.
The most beautiful
It is
spread we've
beautiful.
ever had on the social. Like,
Oh,
it's just
thank
absolutely
you.
stunning.
Thank you,
So
thank
great.
you.
I love the ginger too. I can smell
Yeah.
it.
And we have some wild forage gorse flowers as well as lotus roots, again for a textural
That
experience.
is so fresh.
Yeah.
Hey, so the Prime Minister isn't your only famous connection, though. You were also interviewed by Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop when you lived in Montreal, and you served as a dessert made with activated charcoal and hay.
Jeez.
Why
Louise.
hay, and what does hay taste like?
So hay is one of those like really special ingredients that chefs use to kind of make it a more special like experience. I was able to draw notes of caramel and vanilla after it was roasted and steeped, and I brought it to the table in the form of an ice cream paired with beer stout and carob. So the moment she took a bite, her eyes opened, and I'm like, got it. Get it.
Okay, so for our last dish, you have put on a spin on a classic Cambodian dish. It's a caramelized rice pudding. Tell us about this dish and how it came together. Oh my God.
Yeah, so this is like, yes, it is a rice pudding, but I also call it a Cambodian creme brulee.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're taking num triep, which can easily be found all throughout.
Oh my God. Oh, sorry. This is to die for.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Do I even need to explain it?
Yes,
No.
you do. Yes, you
No,
do.
of course, of course.
So it's called num triep, and you can find this in street venues and celebrations. This past weekend was Cambodian New Year. So in celebration of that, I put a
Happy New
little.
Year.
Thank you very much. Akuntadan.
Oh my God.
What is this?
Was there rice in here?
There's rice. It's made out of
Yeah.
rice. It's
It's like
glutinous
rice pudding.
caramelized palm sugar, coconut milk. I put a little bit of ginger, toasted sesame, and these are the red currant flowers foraged in BC.
I'm sorry, I'm just like in
delicious.
And what gives it
heaven.
this color? What gives it this color?
The caramelized palm sugar.
The caramelized palm sugar.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
wow.
can use coconut sugar, which is kind of like slow releasing in energy, and yeah, it's really nice.
When does your cookbook come out?
Yes.
I hope. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. I hope that I can have that out by 2025. It'll be
Okay.
the very first in-depth Cambodian.
You're gonna have to come back on the show.
We need one.
Yeah, absolutely.
We mentioned you are the chef behind the vegan restaurant in Vancouver. It won the Michelin Bib Gourmand Award, which is massive. So congratulations to that.
Thank you.
Tell us, for people who aren't familiar, what is that honor all about?
The Bib Gourmand Award is given by the Michelin Guide, which is huge, and it's given to establishments that have high quality cuisine for an affordable price. We all love affordable foods, and it's necessary. And to have worked in Michelin star restaurants in Spain and all over the world, and to receive this, again, another full circle story, and to receive this type of award is so fulfilling in my career.
Well, we completely understand why. This food is phenomenal.
Thank
Cynthia,
you.
thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
being here. Thank you. Wow. Amazing plant-based dishes.
My passion for heirloom tomatoes runs deep. So when I heard about summer's latest food trend, I was intrigued.
Well, heirloom tomato flights are taking charcuterie's place in the spotlight. So here with her take on the trend and to show us unique ways to use the summer produce is award-winning chef Suman Ali Saeed. Welcome back to the show, Suman. Welcome back.
Thank you for
Welcome
seeing
back.
you.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Now, when I say I love tomatoes, I eat so many of them every summer that I get canker sores. So that just sort of sets up. Yeah, I love them. I love them. I tend to eat them always the same way, though, so I'm excited about today. But talk to us about why you think they're so versatile.
Tomatoes in general are like so versatile. You can use it for salads, for barbecue, for stews. It's got this really earthy, acidic flavor to it and works out like a savory, sweet jam consistency in recipes. And that's the reason why, in season, summer, winter, but obviously heirloom tomatoes being the focus, so good.
Love it.
Well, Jess, it turns out you're not the only one having a hot tomato summer. Hot girl tomato summer. Hot tomato girl summer. Whatever. It's all over social media, and you love the housewives. Bethany Frankel, she's got in on this action. I actually saw this post, and then I tried it. Wasn't it good?
I didn't try it,
Okay,
but I
so
thought-
if anybody doesn't know, it's tomato, turkey, cottage cheese, Dijon mustard, and everything seasoning. Okay, so what is that all about?
So basically, it's a tomato flight.
Okay.
And you have this combination of sliced tomatoes, basic salt and pepper, olive oil seasoning, and you can play around with whatever garnishes you would like to have.
You're almost using the tomato like a piece of bread or a
Exactly,
cracker.
yes.
Like a crostini or something like
Yes.
that. Okay, okay. So you've brought in your Marry Me tomato
Yes.
flight. What have you done here with this?
All right, so I have 6 different varieties over here. So you have halloumi with some pickled shallots. You have some seared paneer with pistachio honey. So again, sweet and savory. You have, this is my personal favorite, goat cheese with watermelon and some lumi powder. We have classic burrata with basil or za'atar garnish on top. And then BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato as it is. And then over here, some pickled turnips and date salsa and cucumber.
The creativity.
Yes.
Wow.
But quickly, why do you call it the Marry Me?
So I call it the Marry Me because this is one of the first few dishes that I made for my husband after getting married. And after he tasted it, he said that he would have married me sooner if he would have eaten it earlier. So yeah.
Okay,
So-
you mentioned something called lumi powder.
Yes.
What is that?
So this is lumi powder. It is from lumi, which is dehydrated lime. You can smell it.
Oh, no way.
It's a very key ingredient of Bahraini cooking, and it has this really nice umami, fragrant, fermented, tangy flavor. So you can powder it up and use as your garnish on salads, on sliced up cucumber,
that.
or else you can just do an incision with knife and drop it in your stews.
Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So the next dish you brought is fit for like a garden sort of party. Tell us about
Yes.
these tomato toasts.
My personal favorite dishes also to play around with. So perfect with your girls, with your family to put together. So you can take any sourdough bread, slice it up, butter, salt, pepper, and then some whipped labneh on top. That's the one that you're tasting. There's some Aleppo pepper on top, and whatever heirloom variety you have on hand.
This is summer in a bite. Sorry.
Yes. And to enhance the look a little bit more, you can do some rose petals or some edible flowers. It's really elegant and pretty looking.
This is gorgeous.
Wow. I don't even want to move on, but we are going to move on to the next dish. Next up, you've got grilled heirloom tomatoes and citrus salata.
Salata. So salata basically means a salad in Arabic, and we have over here. So basically, again, a combination of grilled fruits and heirloom tomato. Cut up your fruit, season with salt and pepper, and then barbecue, grill, however you would like to, and then put it together with radicchio, endives, Boston lettuce, and then some really nice honey Dijon dressing on top.
What's the fruit? What's the fruit?
We have peach and apples, and then the key aspect over here is mango powder. So this is mango powder. It's called amba spice. You can dust this on top. It adds this oomph to your dishes.
What? My goodness, I'm learning so much.
Wow.
It is also something that helps you tenderize meats also.
Oh, very interesting.
Nice.
Hey, I rarely grill my tomatoes because I like them just kind of that way. But now I want to grill them. So tips on how to grill them.
So 2 very important things. Make sure you do not use too soft tomatoes. You want to use like semi-ripe.
Okay.
Cut it into half. Season with some pepper, oil. You want to do the salt afterwards.
Interesting. How
yes,
come?
because the moment you would, let's say, put it on heat, the juices in the fruit itself, because tomato is a fruit, the moment there's heat applied, it releases the juices out. It acts.
So they get dried out, kind of.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Noted.
This recipe also uses date vinegar, which is
Yes.
something I've never used. So when do you use it?
So date vinegar comes from fermented date or even palm sap. It's a very ancient ingredient, part of the Middle Eastern Mediterranean cooking. So replace your apple cider vinegar or even rice vinegar with date vinegar. So it's, again, very, very versatile, adds this nice fermented tangy flavor. You can even marinate your seafood with it.
Oh my God, this might be the most excited I've been so far, and I've been very excited on this segment. Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next you have a tomato tart, which looks absolutely gorgeous. It's got spiced ricotta and fresh herbs. So tell us about this.
So very simple to execute, especially if you're doing a gathering with family. You can take up any butter tart or flaky tart recipe, bake it, and then add your whipped cottage cheese or whipped ricotta. Place it in the center, and whatever heirloom tomato you have, slice it up, garnish on top, and then season with either like a mint sugar or like a red chili oil or herb oil. Play around. And then you can cut the slices and eat it.
Oh,
Enjoy
it's so
it.
versatile. I love it. I love it.
So good. Again, they're making us move on so fast, but we're going to end off with a stew.
Yes.
Look
So
at
tell
this.
us about
Sorry.
this.
This is gorgeous. Tell us all about
So
it.
this is comfort food and soul food for me.
Oh.
Yes. So what you see over here is tomatoes and onions sauteed together. You have aubergines and chickpeas with regular baby cherry tomatoes stewed together. You can eat it with rice. You have it in front of yourself. And again, like this is going to send you in a food coma. Because it's a dish you can eat in summer, in winters, but the fact that you're cooking tomatoes, it releases this really sweet, savory flavor profile.
Beautiful. They're all my favorite.
I know. I
my
don't know if I
favorite.
could pick a favorite, but this is the only dish, correct me if I'm wrong, that is you're cooking your tomatoes.
Correct.
So talk to me a little bit about that, how it changes the flavors.
So when you cook tomatoes, it really breaks down the sugar particles, the sugar inside the tomatoes on its own. And then what really happens is that when you're cooking and bringing it together in like a stew-like consistency, the viscosity will also change. So it makes it thick like jam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it becomes sweeter and more. Oh
Exactly
my God,
sweeter.
it's so delicious.
Suman, this was spectacular. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow.
With the rising cost of groceries, it's becoming more and more expensive to buy meat, fish, and seafood.
Well, our next guest says that cooking dishes with summer squash can yield easy, filling, and delicious weeknight dinners while remaining budget-friendly. Please welcome back to the show culinary expert, Valeria Zingue. Welcome back, Valerie.
Thank you.
It smells amazing. I just got to ask the question, why do you love cooking with summer squash?
So it is becoming expensive buying the ingredients that are filling. However, cooking with summer squash and infusing it with ingredients like ricotta or even condiments like capers and chocolate can result in hearty and filling meals. And plus, I always encourage buying other squashes that aren't just green zucchini.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we love squashes, as we've established. So what are some other squashes that we might be less familiar with in terms of cooking?
So you can start with zucchini blossoms, which are the edible flowers of the zucchini plant. You also have patty pan squash, which are these little cute squashes right here, super cute. You also have straight neck squash and kusa squash. And unlike winter squashes that have a longer shelf life, summer squashes are a little bit shorter in shelf life because they have really thin skin and high moisture, so it's always best to cook them within days of purchase.
Okay, within days of purchase. You got 4 dishes we're going to go through.
Oh, yeah.
What's the first one?
First one, we have your ricotta stuffed zucchini blossoms. These are fried, crunchy, and delicious. Ooh. And the first thing you want to do is in a large bowl, you're going to combine some ricotta cheese, some Parmigiano, some lime zest with some lemon juice, some salt and pepper. Mix that together, and then in a piping bag, you're going to pipe your zucchini blossoms. Once you pinch them to close, dip them in a batter. The batter is a mixture of some flour, club soda, and baking powder. Fry them in some hot oil until it's nice and ready, and you can eat it on its own or with the dip. I have some remoulade you can also dip in there as well. So good.
I would eat that for a meal.
Can you see
the whole thing for a meal?
Just look at the inside of this. So there's like an art form to this, which is that you can see that you've stuffed
that's
it.
so cute.
But these
They're
are the
quite
actual zucchini blossoms
That is a zucchini
here.
blossom, yes.
So it seems like it would be really hard to stuff, like to get something inside that. How do you do it?
It can be tricky, but 2 things. First of all, make sure your ricotta cheese is slightly warmed up, so that way it's not stiff in the piping bag. And also, just don't overfill it. So when you pinch the tips, it closes on its own.
Can I eat these?
You can eat everything.
Okay, yeah, because
Go
it's so
for
good.
it.
It's just so good.
That's why it's here. I'm not taking it back.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, everybody and their mother has air fryers these days. Could you just throw these guys in the air fryer?
You absolutely can. Just make sure you grease the basket before you air fry so it doesn't stick.
Okay, so
Yeah.
good. Okay, so next up we have your take on meatballs. What can you tell us about them?
So these are chili lime squash meatballs with a remoulade. Again, super simple, and they come together rather quickly. First things first, in a pan, you're gonna saute some onions, add some garlic, then you're gonna add in some shredded carrots and some shredded yellow squash. Season with some chili powder, some salt and pepper. Cook that for a few minutes. Once that's done, you're going to then combine some eggs, right? So good, and it's very tender, almost like a dumpling, with a nice crisp around it.
This is amazing.
Oh, it's so
glad you enjoy it.
good. Okay, so you cook this with a steam basket?
You can steam it. If
Okay.
you don't have a steam basket, you can also poach it in some hot water in a pot.
Oh my gosh.
What else is in this? Like, what are the ingredients?
Absolutely. So you have some eggs in there, some mayonnaise. You also have some lime juice and zest, a little bit more salt and pepper. So when you combine it together, you form them into balls before you steam them. Or poach them.
So good.
Okay, up next we have something called baked ziti.
Yes.
What is that?
It's basically a spin on
Vans
ziti,
in
but
the
a
audience.
little vegetarian spin with some squash for summer. Yeah, really good. Start things off. You want to roast your squash to pull out the moisture. So you're
Okay.
going to roast your squash by placing the sliced squash on a sheet pan, and you're going to roast it in the oven. Once that's done, in a pan, you're going to combine again some onions and some carrots, and some garlic. Then you're going to add in your tofu and cook that for a few minutes. Then you're going to add in your tomato sauce, seasoned generously with salt and pepper, some green herbs. Once that's done, you're going to layer your casserole dish. You're going to start with your tofu tomato sauce, and then you're going to add your patty pan squash and your green squash, layer that, and then you have, of course, the best part, your 3 cheeses, which would
Okay.
be your mozzarella, parmigiano, and ricotta. Bake that in the oven until it's melted, and boom.
It's amazing. So how many different kinds of squash, or could you use many types
You can
of
use
squash
many
here?
types. This has a mix again of patty pan, straight neck, and some green squash, but any squash works for this.
It's so good. I love this so much because I've like sort of dabbled in growing growing vegetables, and one of the things that is so easy, you kind of like can be a total
Zucchinis.
idiot.
Yes.
Zucchini. And then there's so many of them. I'm always just like, oh, I guess I chop it up. Anyway, so these are such great ideas.
Yeah.
But your last dish, though, I feel like it makes them as a surprise because it's a sweet one. It's a dessert, a summer squash dessert. So tell us about this. I know.
So I have a double chocolate squash loaf with chocolate ganache. I gotta tell you, I make this once a month. I have some squash in my freezer just for that, because it is that addicting, and it's
Okay.
also flour-free. So to start things off, you're gonna add some
yeah.
grated squash. Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah.
Grated squash in a large bowl, and then you're gonna add your almond butter, some salt, and some eggs. Whisk that together with a little bit of honey. Then you're gonna sift in some coconut flour, your baking powder, baking soda for leavening. And then you're gonna whisk that, pour that in a prepared loaf pan. You're also gonna mix in your cocoa powder. Once that's done, bake it in the oven until it comes out nice and clean, and top it with some chocolate ganache, which is very simple. Just some whipped cream and
Oh
some
my
melted
gosh.
chocolate.
Somebody backstage, can you scan the QR code on the screen
Yeah,
right
we
now?
need this, we need
I
this.
need this
I
in my
know,
life.
I
I'm making
know.
this tonight. But you say you have to really prepare the zucchini for this.
Yes, you do. So I recommend you put the grated zucchini in a cheesecloth or a paper towel, and you want to squeeze out the moisture because that moisture can make your batter runny, delay the cooking time. Who wants a soggy cake? No one likes that.
Yeah, no one loves that. Okay.
Can I ask a quick question
Of
about
course.
the freezing of the zucchini? When you freeze a zucchini, I didn't know you could even do that.
Yes.
Are you freezing it just like this, or are you chopping it up first?
You should chop it up.
Okay.
Because then it's going to wither. So you want to chop it up, freeze it in freezer bags. It
Okay.
can last for at least a year in your freezer.
What?
Yeah.
Hot tip, guys.
This
Hot
is why I
tip.
make this every month. It's so good.
Oh my God, so good. So could you also use peanut butter or any other nut butters in this loaf?
Any nut butter works. Sometimes I use peanut butter. Sometimes even pumpkin seed butter works.
Oh my
You want to take advantage of all
Okay,
your
but
options.
truly, how tricky is it? Like, how tricky is it?
It's actually very, very simple. Again, the one thing you want to get down is maybe when you're adding some almond butter, you want to melt it a bit in case it's a little too thick.
Yep.
Or make sure if you're getting natural almond butter, if the oil separates, you want to mix that in. But with regards to the squash, it's actually very simple. And again, you can use any squash for this. Just make sure you strain it each time you grate it.
Again, for the record, you don't taste the squash.
Not at all.
You
At
don't
all.
taste the squash, but
Kids
squash
will
is
be
also,
fooled.
Kids
it's
will
also
be fooled.
naturally sweet. That's why squashes work well in desserts. It's really sweet. It's naturally sweet. It's just, yes, it's a vegetable, so you can go, but it's actually quite sweet.
Parents love this.
Yes.
Valerie, mind's blown. Thank you. Thank you. Really amazing. Okay, we'll be eating.
Welcome back. Our next guest is taking us to the shores of the Philippines with some beloved Filipino dishes with a vegan twist.
Ooh, you heard that right. So Ria Elshario McEwen is a food writer and an author, and she's here to share some recipes from her latest cookbook, Make It Plant-Based Filipino. Ria, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. So excited to be here.
So here's what I do know. Filipino food and cuisine, very meat heavy. It can often be meat forward, a lot of pork, for example, as well. So why did you decide to turn some of our favorite dishes plant-based?
So it actually first started when I first met my husband, and at the time he was vegetarian and never had Filipino food. And so immediately I was like, we gotta take you to some Filipino restaurants. And then quickly we realized all of the dishes that I wanted him to try, he couldn't eat because they were all meat. And so I just started making them at home, eventually falling in love with the process of making plant-based Filipino food, and that's what brings me here today.
I love
it.
Love that.
So good. So let's talk about the first dish. It is, as Mel mentioned, there's a lot of pork, and so this one is almost exclusively made with pork, my understanding is. So what have you used instead?
So this is my sizzling mushroom and tofu sisig, and as the name suggests, it has mushrooms and tofu. And so what I like to do is toss the mushrooms in potato starch so that when you fry it, it has that crispy texture on the outside but chewy at the same time, which kind of mimics that texture of the pork ears. And then the tofu, on the other hand, I get them nice and crispy, so it's crunchy on the outside but tender on the inside, which mimics the texture of fried pork.
It's so good.
This is, this tastes, honestly, this tastes like my mom's cooking.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
Period.com.
I love that.
Exact
It is
same.
one of my favorites, for sure.
Oh, it's delicious. Okay, so you were talking about pork ears, and you say that this dish has a really interesting history behind it.
Yes. So sisig actually comes from a province called Pampanga. And so the story goes that back in the day, there were a lot of excess meats coming out of commissaries of American military facilities. And so what locals did is they purchased them for really cheap, brought them home, boiled them, and tossed them in this tangy vinegar dressing, creating the earliest version of the sisig that we know today. And so sisig actually comes from a Tagalog old word called sisigan, which is essentially means to make it sour. And so that's why we have all of those flavors in there.
So good.
It is so, so good. Okay, so let's talk about the next dish. It is adobo, and we know that it is probably, I guess, a mascot almost of Filipino cuisine. So tell us what it is and why do you think that is?
So adobo, I would say, is one of the most popular dishes in the Philippines, if not the most popular. And I think it's because it marries those fundamental flavors that you find in a lot of Filipino dishes. So think sweet, salty, and sour notes, which I like to call personally the trifecta of Filipino cuisine. And so this dish has vinegar, soy sauce, brown sugar, and then lots of garlic, black peppercorns, and bay leaves. So it makes it really complex and aromatic without having to add excess or extra seasonings and spices.
Oh, delicious.
So good. Now, normally adobo is made with chicken or pork, but you use bok choy. So why bok choy?
So bok choy is something that grows really easily in the Philippines. So you'll find it in a lot of different dishes. But one of the reasons why I used it for this is because I want it to be accessible for people. I want people to know that you can make any vegetable adobo. And so bok choy, I thought, was the perfect vehicle for that. It's really easy to cook. It takes almost no time. So if you are making it at home, definitely keep an eye out because it will cook almost in an instant.
So good.
Oh,
love.
Delicious.
Explosion of flavors. Okay,
I love that.
So we're gonna move on to the.
You want me to say this?
Well, no, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Ginatang kalabasa.
Not bad.
Oh, okay, go for it. What is it called?
Ginataang.
Yes.
Ginataang kalabasa.
Okay,
You
there we
got
go.
it.
Okay, so that is like the Filipino or Tagalog word for coconut or coconut milk?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So ginataan comes from the word gata, which means coconut milk. And so ginataang translates to anything cooked in coconut milk. So if you ever see that on the menu, that's what it means.
Okay, so where does the word calabasa come from?
Calabasa actually comes from the Spanish word for squash, which is also calabaza, but with a C. And that's because the Philippines was actually colonized by Spain for over 300 years in the 1500s. And so we've just inherited a lot of these Spanish-sounding words. And you'll notice even some Filipinos will have Spanish last names as well. And so that's a little Filipino history 101 for you.
This is true, this is true. How did you make this?
So this one, there's a lot of vegetables in here. So I like to prep all of my veggies first. So starting with the squash, because it's the toughest to cook and cut. And so for me, I just like to get that out of the way.
It's really good.
And then moving into the green beans, I just trim the ends by hand. And fun fact, this is actually one of those things that my mom used to assign to me as a kid as something to do in the kitchen. Really? Oh my gosh.
Same.
And it's honestly like so therapeutic now for me. I'm like, like I can relax and just like trim off all these things. But basically, it just makes it all very nostalgic for me. And so I cook everything in a heavy saucepan or a Dutch oven, cook everything together, pour the coconut milk in, all of the seasonings, let all of that simmer and all of those flavors come together, and just throw in the green beans at the end because they cook really quickly.
Delicious.
So good.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so last but not least, we have another coconut dish. This is called cassava. Cassava cake.
Yeah.
Mel has raved about this. Why do you like it?
So cassava cake has that nice and chewy texture. It's actually made, fun fact, from cassava, which is a starchy root vegetable. So this has a lot of coconut in it. There's coconut milk, coconut strings, vegan condensed milk, and it also just comes together really quickly in the bowl.
Hold on tight, Cynthia.
Whoa, it's good.
Nice and chewy.
I'm sorry, this is my favorite Filipino dessert of all time.
It's one of my favorites too.
All time. So, it's chewy, it's gelatinous, so what gives it this texture?
Honestly, it all just comes from the cassava. So there's no starch in this at all, no flour, so it's completely gluten-free.
Do you feel like you're missing anything without the, like...
No!
No.
That's a great question. I don't feel like you're missing anything. It's not like I'm like, oh, where's the meat? It is absolutely full and flavorful even without it.
So good.
Rhea, this is
amazing.
delicious. Thank you
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it is called Make It Plant-Based Filipino. Is out now wherever you buy your books. And studio audience, why don't you make this tonight? Because you're going home with your own copy!
Our next guest was a school teacher who dreamt of having a career in the food industry when she became a contestant on MasterChef Australia. Now, that dream is her reality. She's a host, a judge, writer, and food literacy advocate with vegetables at the heart of everything she preaches.
Yeah, and she's here today with the recipes from her stunning cookbook, In Praise of Veg. Please join me in welcoming Alice Zalowski to the show.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Love the glasses.
Thank you very much. I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
And we're always thrilled when we get to eat, but we're extra excited when the food prep involves whacking something, and that's what you're gonna have us do.
Yes.
Guide us through making your sesame cucumber whack salad.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get you whacking. So if you can turn the cucumber, this is a telegraph cucumber. The first thing you're going to do actually is hold it up and you're going to scoop the seeds. So use that little dirty spoon there and scoop the seeds out. I want to say if you've got kids at home, you can do this with your kids.
Oh, this is,
get them to scoop.
There's a little bit of spray back, but
and meanwhile, I've already got some pre-scoop action, and then you're going to whack. And you want it to get to this point here. So this level of whacking.
Let out all that anxiety.
That's it. Let all the anxiety. And
Sorry.
It works. It works really well.
Then we're gonna put these seeds.
Yes, you're gonna put the seeds into the mortar and pestle. Yes, and which is this one here, perfect. And meanwhile, I'm just gonna chop it up into sort of, you know, little chunks of cucumber.
They didn't give us a knife.
You didn't give us a knife. They don't trust us with the sharp instruments.
And this is why I like that you can, you know, I like to say kids can do anything in the kitchen unless it's hot or sharp.
Smart.
Okay.
I like it.
In which case they need grown-up eyeballs. And in this case, I'm the grown-up for some reason.
Yes, you are the grown-up between the two of us, yes.
So let's pop a little bit of cucumber into your bowl, please.
Okay, love it.
There we go.
Okay,
And in the bowl already is some spring onion and some
thank you.
herbs. And you can do this with smaller cucumbers too, which don't need to be de-seeded. But, you know, we want to show the full experience.
Yes.
Now that we've got these, let's muddle together the cucumber seeds. You know, people often wonder, do I throw out the seeds?
Keep the seeds. The seeds are important, right?
The seeds, exactly right. And then into here goes our dressing. In the dressing, mirin, soy sauce, garlic, a little bit of sugar.
Put all of it, right? Okay, good. Okay, I just dumped it all in.
All in there. Muddle.
Muddling.
And because cucumbers are naturally sweet, just pinch a little bit of extra sugar into all of your veg.
Ooh, that's a
Makes
great
it taste
idea.
really seasonal, right?
Okay.
Hot tip.
Hot tip. Then in that goes into your bowl.
Okay.
And you've already got spring onion, mint, and coriander in your bowl. Give it a little toss.
Oh, yeah.
Toss that salad.
Toss that salad. A little bit of fried.
Keep it clean, folks. Jeez.
What are these, fried shallots?
They are. They're deep fried shallots.
Okay.
So in that goes, which is just
these are,
here.
I'm looking for the shallots. All right, so in that goes all of them?
And it's up to you. Do you like it spicy?
Yes.
Okay, so in goes the chili. Nice. And these are some pretty wild chilies. But Andrea, you're welcome to eat them like an apple.
I like the heat.
Yes, good. Okay, so you can go heavier there and then toss again. And a little bit of sesame seed and black sesame seed there too.
Now, do we put all of it in or just a pinch?
As much as you want. Just a pinch. Normally normally you'd
Okay, I'm gonna
garnish with
pinch.
those seeds. So you can see there,
Isn't
when
that
it's done,
beautiful?
it's gorgeous.
It smells so good.
Yeah, it does smell really good. All right, so now this is a great side salad. If we wanted to make it a main, what should we add to it?
Easy. You could add a noodle, like a ramen, or a soba noodle, and then you could bulk it out with protein as well. If it's animal protein, like smoked fish or smoked chicken, or if you want to go the full cold tofu, you could go like a deep fried, tofu, or you could just go like a silken tofu through it. It's up to you.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Delightful. I feel like I'm a better
Oh, you're already
human.
Jess, you're already digging in.
Yeah, you had the question. I dug in.
Just I'm so busy listening. I'm
You're
like,
gonna
let me
love it. Have a little taste. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
That is lovely.
Thank you.
That is really good.
Oh my gosh.
And you've probably got all the ingredients too. And if you don't,
Exactly.
it's just a couple of extra things in the pantry and you will use them again.
That is delicious. Okay,
you.
I shouldn't have taken that last bite. Now my mouth is full. But all right. Now you live in Australia.
I do.
But you're from Georgia, not the state, not right, not the state, but the country. So talk to us about how Georgia, your background, influences your cuisine.
Yeah, well, if you don't know where Georgia is, it's kind of between Russia, Asia, and the Middle East. And so all of those cultures are melded together. It's also on the spice trail. So the sort of spices that you'd find in a curry, you're going to find in Georgian cuisine.
Okay.
Yes, so if you've got curry powder in your pantry, you can use that curry powder in your Georgian mix. And this mix is, if I had to think 3 ingredients, Georgia, coriander, walnuts, and garlic.
Okay.
Wow.
All sounds delicious.
And walnuts are where we're going next, right? Because these are walnut eggplant rolls.
They are.
And you're going to show us how to roll them up.
I am.
This is fascinating.
So we put aside our salad and all of our
Set your salad aside, bring
cucumber.
up your prep, your mise en place
Ooh, it
for
loves
your
it.
eggplant rolls.
Okay.
And now what we've done is we've baked these eggplants, really like over bake your eggplant. If people in your household don't like eggplant, it's probably because it hasn't been cooked long enough, and that's why it becomes a little bit sort of astringent.
Okay.
So how long do you cook it for?
At least 40 to 50 minutes, so really kind of give it some love until it's really quite slippery and slimy, and then you're going to grab that.
This is the walnut paste?
This is walnut paste.
That's it.
I've never had this before.
Oh, you're going to love that, Andrea. So a little bit, like a little teaspoon, a little bit more than a teaspoon onto there.
Okay.
And then you're going to roll it up.
All right,
Oh,
is that
this
too
is
much? Is this
easy.
enough?
Easy.
Okay.
A little bit more.
A little bit more?
You can
All right,
load it
let's
up.
get the walnut in there.
Get the walnut in there.
Yours looks so
And then
pretty.
roll, and just make sure that the seam is underneath when you're finished.
Okay.
And
Tuck it
if you
nicely.
think about it, there's a lot of meaty flavour in there.
Yeah.
That, there's the eggplant. So if you've got vegan, vegetarian friends coming round, dip it in the sauce.
Okay.
This is tahini pomegranate molasses. If you're an Ottolenghi fan, then you've probably got pomegranate molasses.
I was going to say cheers, but you already dug in, Jess.
Yes, dig in. And
Oh, that is good.
Look
That
at
is so
you,
good.
Master Chef. Holy smokes.
I am just conveying what I was given, what I was gifted by my culture.
That tastes absolutely delicious. Okay,
you.
so far you're 2 for 2. That's great. Next, we're going to talk about the coconut tapioca pudding.
Sure are.
Let's talk about it, because I'm ready to dig in.
And here's some I prepared earlier. You don't have to do any work, just eat.
Okay.
Now, grab
We
that
like
one.
that. We like that part.
Andrea, grab one of these.
Okay.
And this is the coconut
I'll grab one for you.
tapioca pudding. Oh, no, you
Oh,
can
this
leave
is
that
what-
one as the hero.
Oh, okay.
There you go, the hero on its little mini
I was trying to be
cake
polite, but
stand.
I'm like, okay, we're going to dig in.
Thank you.
I'm eating, Andrea.
You
Will
can
you
eat.
tell us about it?
Dig
Okay.
right deep, because inside there is the lemongrass curd.
And that's at the very bottom, so we want to go right down to the bottom and get all the good stuff.
Bottom. And if you don't have lemongrass, you can use lime. Well, I reckon, is that 3 for 3? It's good, it's good. And mangoes, Ontario mangoes, like whatever is going on right now in Ontario
The
produce.
bottom, honey, get to it. Oh my God, that's good. That tastes delicious.
You.
That
Thank you
tastes so good.
It's because it's just nature. I think one thing where people get stuck with vegetables, with fruits, with produce, is that they think they have to do heaps of stuff to it. But 80 to 90% of the work is in the shop.
Yes.
If you're
Such a good point.
That's it, because if you buy the right produce in season, you know how to store
stop
it.
eating.
You're 90% there.
You're 90% there.
Already, Alice, thank you so much for sharing these delicious dishes with us. And to
was
find
so
these
good.
vegetable-forward recipes, head to our social medias after the show. And In Praise of Veg is available now. And good news for our studio audience. You're going home